Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are jumping back into our game with the Bats, the Beastie Boys. It is turn 12. And I don't know if I have turn orders, like movement orders loaded in. So we attack this province here with the Trogs. We go Trog hunting, and we were scared shitless. These Trogs have been sitting here just looking at us for a while. And we're like, we're not going in until I have like 100 bats. Because I didn't test it. This is just purely Trog fear. And then lack of confidence in my bats. That's what it was. So we're like, 100 bats or bust. Because I don't, it can go south pretty fast. Like, they trample a few bats. And, before we know it, one squad routes. And then the squad that's left... Okay, we waited too long. We could have taken this a long time ago. But some conservatism was due, but this was probably too much. We got Luck 3 coming in clutch with 1,500 people left. Luck has been like my best friend for a long time, and then the 2 games I'm in right now have just been wrecking me with luck. This game less so. The Dota All-Stars game just uncomprehensibly bad luck. I may need to actually blast my scales out a little bit. We could take this guy in Bloodsack, and that might help give me a nice little edge early. So it's something we're going to consider doing. Now, what are we doing here? These guys are going to blood hunt. You are going to give your slaves to him. He's going to take these slaves back. Once we get slaves, we're going to start making imps. Get our little, our fledgling research economy off the ground. Ideally, we get another air random, one of the IITs at some point, and we start getting some quills going. And then with imps and quills, our drain's not going to be that bad. We're going to patrol here. Okay, we're actually not going to patrol here. I haven't loaded orders in. So basically, we're going to split this group like so. Got some of the guys come in here. I actually take the bats, this squad, and we go like this. I think I leave some of the bats because I'm like, I don't need all these. Let's leave some to patrol. So we do something like this, all right? And yeah, basically exactly like this. All right, we take both of these. That's gonna be the goal. We're gonna preach here. We put a little bit of PD down. And I think he goes here. We've got a few palisades coming up, but we don't actually have, oh no, he's gonna go here. We have palisades coming up, but we don't have the money to build any of the infrastructure inside the palisades. Which is not exactly ideal, if you know what I mean. So, we'll get our Dominion spread. We're gonna get, we need to get one operational. I think this one's gonna have a temple. This one's probably gonna be lab only. And this one's gonna have a temple because we need to push Dominion down here. So, probably gonna have 2 temples and 1 lab only. Honestly, we're gonna get non-sacred true. We don't need the temples except to dom push, which, not exactly ideal. Okay, we're gonna march him over this way, and that's basically it. So we're gonna go head this way. Now, there's a few things that are going on in the game I want to talk about. One is that Hinnom has started attacking Satis. So if you remember, Satis was all the way over here on like turn 5, and it's because their capital's in this swamp, and they went boom, boom, boom with their starting party. They're like, let's cordon off everything. This is all of ours. And so naturally, Hinnom was like, boom, I'm gonna take this. And then I think he went, boom, I'm gonna take this. And then I think he went, boom, I'm gonna take this. And then I guess they're not offering a lot of resistance because I'm understanding that Satis is kind of getting wrecked. Now, I don't know, like Hinnom cannot make enough early troops, and I don't think they're using Melquarts or anything yet, where Satis can't counter it. I mean, Satis has very good early game troops. And especially like with the appropriate use of PD, and then very killy troops, like Elite Warriors, who I love. They have bad morale, but if you can deal with their bad morale, which you can with the Lizard King, who's also gonna spam out Smite, but like a Lizard King with a a shit ton of elite warriors or falchineers. These are both very killy. You just take a lot of these guys and they're going to basically murder anything Hinnom can throw at you until Hinnom gets Melkort so that they can kit out. So that's basically that. I want to think about, we're going to go ahead and do my next turn, which I can't remember if that's my current turn or not. No, it's not. We're actually at turn 14, so we're going to do our next turn and our current turn. So this was last turn. An event, again minus 50. I've gotten the worst luck events lately. Whatever happened to that Yummy game where I had the best fucking luck? So here we're coming in on the heavy infantry province. And now they rout. I think we lost a couple Sun Guide here. No, we didn't. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with losing the other guys. And then coming down here. Okay, and such is life. We nuked the shit out of them. Now, okay. Let's take a look. The map has not evolved too much. We see Agarth has got a few people down here. The elves are up here doing elf things, probably planning to elf us. And then we're gonna go attack this. Now, I have gotten an order this turn from Relay, who lives in this lake, and Relay says, hey, can you fuck off? I please want this. Or I want this, please. And I was like, no. And he was like, well, if you don't give it to me, then I'm gonna attack you forever from the seas until I have it. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's not even in your cap circle. And he's like, well, we can nap if you let me have it, and I'm gonna attack you if we don't. And I'm like, well, if I can't keep this from you, then I don't deserve to have it. But eventually I gave in that if it's not close to 5,000 population, I'll give it to you, because I really need blood hunting provinces. I went and counted. I have 6 provinces. Here's my income. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are under 25. Now this one's at 28, but there's so many of them that are like 5 income. I have 6 provinces that are under 25 income. Like if we sum up the total income from all these 6, we get 5, 10, 38, like 61, 74, and then 90. We have 6 provinces that the total income is about 90. It's just god awful. And we can't blood hunt them, which is what makes us really sad. So we're really hoping this one is, but if not, Relay is threatened to attack us. And I was like, look, dude, like, you are an ocean nation and I'm gonna be on the edge of the ocean. Like, you're probably gonna raid me, but I'm not going to, like, give you a foothold on land for you to go to fort, for you to get your Androdai to raid me from even more. Especially if you're threatening to raid me. So, and part of it, he's gonna have to deal with Pelagia underwater too, so he's probably not gonna fuck with me right now. And if he does, like, he's gonna come on, I mean, he has okay troops. He could theoretically cause a problem, but whatever. Here, we've got the Palisade coming up. We are preaching in our temple and getting our Dominion out nice and early. I would like to be building a lab, but I'm not. Here we're building the Palisade. Here we're blood hunting. We got a fair amount of blood troops. I mean, of blood slaves. Here we're building a Palisade. This one's got 4 months left. God, I hope we don't get attacked here. Actually, I don't even know what you're doing. I think what do we do with you? Like, you're just going here for no reason. Let's just have you patrol. You know what I want to do? So I want to go see what's here. Is there anything here that flies? No. Let's see what's here. Then later we'll go see what's here. Oh wait, this isn't my current turn, I forget. I'm like doing it like we're gonna change orders. But that's basically what's going on. We're gonna go take this. We've gotten some hollow threats. And then we're gonna pull up my current turn and I'm going to show it to you and we're gonna talk about what the hell we can do with this hot garbage. So here we go. Found a magic site. We got Thunder Oak, which is really good for us, and we got Enchanted Tower, which is an earth site. So we got +1 earth, +1 air. And our air income is a respectable 3 now. So that means, especially once we get a hammer, which, oh, we also got a Demon of the Skull Staff, which is one of the better hero chassis you get. He's got Earth 2, which is sick. And he's got Death 3. And we were rolling these guys until we got an Earth 2. And they have Old Age and a bunch of other things. I'd rather not get them. So we're switching back to It's now, which is really good. Unfortunately, we didn't get Earth randoms when we were recruiting these. Because we've got this guy. We also got an event. Some evil forces at work. The dead in the old graveyard have been restless. A powerful priest should be sent to lay them to rest, or perhaps a necromancer could use his flux, this flux of unholy power to his advantage. So we're gonna send him here. There's a chance we get like 30 undead from this event, which would be nice. If you only have a Death 1 mage, because we already have a Death 1 mage, you can get something. It's just pretty unlikely you get the good event. So he's gonna have to camp out here for a little bit. He's also Holy 3, so he can preach. He'll sight search and then he'll preach, because we're not gonna have Neeful Dominion in our space. It's already gonna be a little cold, but if we have our heat aura, it should neutralize out our heat dominion. Now, yeah, this is up. We're not actually building anything because we're too fucking poor. But we got a lab, or we're starting to build a lab. So after this, we're going to be able to slowly poop out Itzes or Aknam. Probably Aknam at the beginning. Or no, we'll probably make Itzes. We'll use the blood variants to search. We're going to... I think, especially right now, like this would be greedy because it's going to be efficient, gold efficient. But it's not really going to increase our power much. But every Itz I get is going to potentially be somebody that can jump into a blood communion pretty early. We are working on construction, though we've got a little bit of a ways to go. It's going to pick back up as we switch to Itz production. Getting these guys really does slow down our research because 2 of these research at 18 and 1 of these researches for 13. So, yeah. We could send these guys out to site search, but I don't think I'm going to. We've got this guy doing our fire site searching, which is fine. We're going to have him bounce around to all of our shitty provinces and look for sites. And then we are making Sun Guide here because we need things to kill hard stuff. And I've got a predicament coming up, which is basically... It's kind of weird. I wonder if there's nobody in here. I guess I just don't have vision of it. It's far away, so I'm sure he's gone and gotten that. But these guys, I was going to send them a message saying, I think you and I are going to have to deal with Niflheim before Illwinter comes up. This to Agartha. I was hoping that the others might kill him since having cold-blooded both of our nations do, means attacking into his dominion will be extremely hard. Have you given any thought to this? See, I've thought about it, but then I'm looking at it. He's my only neighbor who I can really eat. The risk of eating him is that somebody else attacks me. So I think what I'm going to do, I know they're in a war. I'm going to see what these guys are up to. We'll send this to them. This is not a nap, but I'm going to send a message to Vanheim saying, okay. If best case for me is Vanheim's like, yeah, I'm gonna go take over the scroll. If he takes over the scroll, then that will leave me to fight Agartha. And if I can 1v1 Agartha and Niflheim stays out of it, these guys are already involved in a war, then I'll actually be kind of sizable. And like, this is pretty good land, so that would be really good for me. And Agartha is the only one of my neighbors I think I have an advantage against early. And if I get a big enough bat swarm, it would be a pretty sizable advantage, especially if I get enchantment 3 at the start. Like if I put earth boots on somebody, like on an earth 2, like this guy, and I have him roll in and do Strength of Giants twice, you know, fuck summon earth power. We're just gonna drop that twice and then do Divine Blessing. If we do that, so like hold an attack, yeah, sure, he'll Mind Blast some of my guys. He's not gonna have anything, I don't think, unless he has an Awake God that can deal with it. And even an Awake God, dealing with, like, I don't know if magic weapons is really gonna help us here. It's more of like a late game thing, but dealing with 50 Sun Guide that have +4 strength, and then a bunch of bats which have +4 strength too, I think that will wreck most of his shit. So I don't know, but we're gonna hang tight. I don't want to get in a war. I don't want to be the first one into a war. But I have naps with everybody except Agartha, who is a good target for me. If Agartha wants to double team Niflheim, and Agartha can make a big doom stack of mind people, then I will actually probably switch sides. If Agartha wants to sit here and not do anything, I'm probably going to attack Agartha. If Agartha instead wants to 2v1 Niflheim, which is a bad matchup for us, but if we 2v1 it, we might be okay, then I think I'll do that instead. The thing is, for me to really fight Niflheim, I really need Blood 4 to get Aussies. Once I have Aussies, I can actually kill these guys kind of okay. Before Aussies, it's gonna be a shit fest, basically. But yeah, we need to get that really fast. The other thing, getting Construction 4 is going to give me assassins, and so I can potentially assassinate dudes, which would be cool. I dig. And like, even having one assassin with lifelong protection and a black heart, and then have him drop skeleton a couple times, it'd be pretty sick. It'd be good stuff. And they're not going to have easy ways to deal with that, especially the lifelong protection part. It's just so good. It's too good. Too good. And I can make the little thing that gives me a little cold resistance so I don't get quite as fucked in Cold Dominion. I mean, I'll still get fucked. But, yeah. Anyway, that's the plan. I think that's basically, and I hadn't had that figured out till we were sitting here talking through it. I knew I kind of wanted to attack Agartha, but I also knew Agartha might be an ally against Niflheim. So I think if Agartha will come into it with me against Niflheim, then we're gonna go after them. If not, I'm probably gonna attack them. If these guys go to war. If not, then I don't have, especially once these guys get like a little bit of research to do real elfing, I'm gonna be in some trouble. Lifelong protections and black hearts are gonna be pretty good against some of the elves, but we'll see. We've got a lot of research we've got to get done. So getting these forts up is going to be pretty key. Fortunately, they're almost all up. This one's got 1 month left. Yeah, we need to get site searching. I need to get one of these guys, but unfortunately they're really expensive, so they're going to be a little delayed. I don't think any of the places we're building have good indies. No. Yeah, these guys do have hoplites. Which, I mean, these guys are solid. I have good scales. Once we have a fort, I might actually build these. They don't have formation fighter, but these are way better than my bats, and they cost about the same. I don't know how they'll do against these guys or Scrotty. I think they're probably traps, actually. I think it's just get mages. Like, fuck all my troops. We need mages to get Aussies and items and blood slaves and all that stuff. The troops are going to be kind of traps. The only troops that I think are going to be okay are Sun Guide and then enough chaff to kind of protect them. So I think that is it. What Vanheim says coming back to me will be kind of indicative. I might talk with them in Discord, and I'll just be frank. I'll be like, hey dude, like, I can't really do anything until you do something. I don't really want to attack you. We have a nap. But I don't really feel comfortable getting into a war. So, like, if you're going into war, if you'll tell me who you're thinking about going into war with, we can either team up on them, like if it's Agartha. Which I would prefer not to do, because I think, like, we'd get more land if we each went to our own wars. But, like, you could easily come underwater, I mean, come on the scroll and take that over, probably. So either he's going to attack me, Agartha, or... God, I forget who's down here. I think this is Ernie. I forget who Ernie's playing. Probably... Who needs anemones? It might be these guys. I think it's these guys are down there. I'm not sure. Anyway, I need to figure out what he's doing. I already know what Hinam's doing. I could also rush Hinam. Before he gets Melkort's out, we actually have a small advantage. Once he gets Melkort's out, we're kind of fucked. I mean, Break First Soul is nice. And then once I have Aussies, we can maybe kill Melkort's. Once I have Aussies and Gift of Strength, or I guess actually once we get this, we have Bloodlust. Yeah. So Aussies plus Bloodlust would be pretty good. But I need like a... I can only use my bats if they can't bring armies to fight my bats, and the best way for them to not bring armies to fight my bats is if they're worried about fighting like 50 or 60 Aussies. So, yeah. Yeah, we gotta get researching. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. I'm pretty nervous about this. First of all, I'm in a really open position where like a bunch of people could attack me. I don't feel super secure in my own defense if I get rushed by these guys, or the elves. I feel like these guys could both... I think Niflheim would crush me in an early war. Especially if we fight in his dominion, or just in his scales. And then the elves, I think I would probably lose against 1v1, but maybe not. I could outplay them. Hinam probably could go either way. Agartha's the only one of my... So I'm like 3 of my neighbors I don't really have an advantage against. I have kind of probably I'm at a disadvantage. And I'm in a position where it would be easy for them to jump me. I'm like the single most exposed player on the map. Most people kind of have it where they don't have that many neighbors, because it's a little bit like Ring Around the Islands. Right? And so most people have like 2 or 3 neighbors, and I have like 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. So it's still not that bad. I don't have that many. But most people have 3. I just have 1 extra. And then if a couple people only have 2. Like, the people down here probably really only have 2. But then they'll have a few more as the candles start getting lit up. The other option I have is to make a play for this and go take out these Hoburgs and Daz. But to do this, I probably need I would need my whole army, and I'd probably need to recruit about 30 more bats. So we'll see. That may be another option that we do. Right now we're going to preach and get my scales over here. Which actually, I probably should go ahead and have these guys just roll the fuck out. Now let's get these scorpions out of here slowly. And get the bats out more quickly. And then we can potentially make a play over here. If we make a play over there, the turn we do it, I need to shit out more bats. And this isn't going to give a lot of income. It's more going to give access. What access will it give me to? Each of these thrones. Yeah, basically just to these other candles. I want to have it, but I don't know if I really want it that badly. I can always take it from somebody else later. I really need money. Okay, anyway, I think that's it, guys. Take care.